Yeah, they're all the same kick.
Yeah, when it comes down to
What's
it.
his first word gonna be? That's the next one.
Absolutely. It's that. Yes.
That was
terrible.
Oh, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Far
away from the microphone.
I'm a little closer than she is.
Wildly Uninteresting Podcast, episode number 157.
My notebook.
Welcome back to the show.
There's no notebook.
This is 157 of the Wildly Uninteresting Podcast. I'm Adam, that's Ian, that's Sarah.
Hello, Jax.
And we took 2 weeks off and deal with
didn't.
it. Yeah, technically, I guess it doesn't look like it. So, no, we didn't. This is a facade.
Yeah.
What you're seeing is not what you're seeing.
Is it
You're
really
in a
157?
tangent. Yep, 157, man. I got to searching through a bunch of the hard drives that I have that have all the podcasts on it.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was odd to go back and look. What was that, like 3 years ago we started?
I don't
It's been
know.
like that, man. 3 years.
Yeah.
And we look younger.
Approximately. Well,
And I
we
hate
were.
Were we?
Weren't
A
we?
little bit.
Were we?
I don't know.
Can you
Then-
prove it?
They also, I noticed when I looked in the mirror last night, I was brushing my teeth, I had these like gray hairs popping up in my beard. I mean,
Hell yeah.
straight up fucking like white ass hairs. They're not gray, they're white.
Yeah.
And I
They
got
do.
so upset.
They behave a little differently.
They do.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was so upset, dude. My dad was
Why?
like, oh, well,
Embrace it.
that's wisdom. People with white hair. I'm like, I don't have anything to give to nobody.
Yeah, I mean, it's wisdom if you're not a complete moron, but if you never learn anything from life, you're just old.
Yeah. You're just aging ungracefully. I don't know what to call it, dude. I was just like fucking staring them down for sure. That's why I told Sarah, I was like, I'm trying to intimidate them to go away, but they don't, I guess.
Like flexing on them.
So after
They have death on their side. They don't care about you.
So I don't understand, like, after it loses its pigment, it comes back white or gray, right?
Right.
So why doesn't it ever regain its pigment? Like, after you lose pigment, it's gone? Like, how does that
I
work?
don't know. I mean, once your cat quits producing life,
Pretty
why
much
doesn't
gone.
it just come back, you know?
I don't
Because
know.
once it's done, it's done.
Scientific explanation.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Science in
It's
this
done.
bitch.
I don't know
Fucking
why,
done.
but it's a good question.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued.
Yeah. My dad, they told me to, like, dye, and I was like, that's not. I've never, ever in my life, except for, like, brunettes, blondes, things like that, have seen a redhead that, like, dyed their shit.
2/3 of the colors for hair.
But, like, honestly, have you ever seen a redhead that dyed their shit red look like natural? Like, all you know, they're still redheaded.
My God, and dyeing your hair to get the gray out is just excessive.
Well, I mean, before I knew Gillian Anderson was a blonde, I thought, hey, Scully really has red hair.
Right?
So, yeah.
Oh, okay. So then that would prove to be right.
Yeah.
I can get around that.
Yeah, she's got like professional hair dyers.
Professional hair dye.
Maybe all
Yeah.
these people around here should stop being hobos
Yeah.
and get you some professional hair dye.
That shit's expensive.
Quit letting your cousin do it.
Shit is very
It
expensive.
is very expensive.
Yeah.
I had
that.
Christina had, my ex-wife had very, very thick brunette hair, like thick as shit. Like, I've never seen so much hair on somebody. Well, she would go get it dyed, and it was literally, I kid you not, $300 to get it dyed. And they would be there for hours, bro, because getting in all the little crevices and shit and making it look decent.
Yeah.
And it just blew me away. I'm like, you are like 20.
Does she not have thick hair anymore?
Oh, no, it's probably...
She's dead now.
It's withering away at this point. Turned into dust.
That's what I wanted.
Actually, she probably does still have thick hair.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Like, the
would
dead
assume.
shit stays around.
Yeah.
Unless the coffin ate it.
Yeah. He got hungry. Hungry cowfin.
Do bugs eat the nails and the hair eventually? Or no?
I don't know. I would
That's
assume.
weird.
I mean,
Yeah, I say once you get inside the coffin, I don't see why not.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
there's still nutrients in that.
Yeah.
once you penetrate the case, you got to eat what's inside.
I've gotten in. Yeah, it's a weird thought, though. Yeah, that we're all going to be eating, which you won't be around Philip, but you know what I mean. That's weird to think about that, you know, you'll be eaten.
Unless you get shot into space.
Ah.
Then you might just be eaten in like a million years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
somebody will find
The
you.
xenomorphs are real.
You could just
you know?
like bounce off a planet or something.
Pew!
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
He drowned on Neptune.
speaking of which, I'm glad that we are actually going forth and like studying outer space. It's found like back in the 60s when they shot a man to the moon, right?
Yeah.
We're getting back into that zone of like now we're excited again because although I don't agree with everything Elon Musk does or any of the other billionaires, kind of hate them, but that's just
That's
whatever.
just jealousy.
Yeah, it's pretty much what it comes down to.
Unless it's that one guy,
Which one?
the Amazon guy.
Yeah,
Yeah, Bezos.
Bezos.
Yeah,
Bezos.
just looking at him. Fuck him.
I know. Well, that's I don't even like
stupid
Facebook
eye.
guy.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Oh my God, he's a creep.
Yeah, I don't care what
Zuckerberg.
you say, man. Zuckerberg is legitimately a creep.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
if I've found with like
I haven't met
editing
him,
and
I
shit
don't know.
and like learning stuff on the computer and like locking myself away because we don't go out and do stuff, right? And I'm all constantly trying to like get behind something or learn the cello or fucking pick something up. I found that when you don't go out and do something like all the time like you used to, that you end up starting to be kind of like zoned out weird. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you start losing perception of like what the world really is,
But even that, it's like not even like zonked out weird. It's just detached from the bullshit that's happening.
Yeah.
So it's like, I haven't assimilated to this absurdity that everybody else thinks is normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yes.
Every time Monday comes around, I have to go out in it and deal with customers. I'm just like, what is this place that we're in? Like, why do we do this?
It's like whenever a shaman disappears into the woods for a few years and he comes back and everybody's like, you're batshit crazy.
Yeah.
No, bitch, I got in tune with nature while you sat around the fire and, I don't know, whatever you did.
What if he's the most sane?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we
Yes.
think he's crazy, but in reality, he's sane and we're fucking nuts, which is extremely possible.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Yeah.
Hell
I'd like to think I'm normal, but I know I'm not.
I mean, if misery loves company, then I'm sure insanity does too.
Yeah,
So,
for sure.
Yeah.
plus, I mean, the whole idea of the group psychology, if you're like part of a mob,
Yeah.
and you start acting like an asshole, and somebody's like, hey, let's just get it together, like that guy is the outlier.
Yeah, definitely.
They're
Maybe
gonna
let's
kill
not
him
burn
first.
this down. What is he saying?
Yeah.
Burn it.
He's against us.
Everyone's standing around with their fire already. No, let's just burn him too.
Nah, I didn't bring
Throw
a
him in there.
pitchfork to not fuck shit up.
Throw him in there. But they are, dude. They are moving for. They shot. What was it? A rocket or a satellite at a meteor? Or
Yeah, that
asteroid?
meteor.
Oh, yeah,
that was
dude,
coming.
they hit
Yeah.
it, yeah.
Yeah.
They sure
So
They're
did.
like, we succeeded.
yeah, but you made
is
like
dope.
Yeah.
millions and millions of dollars to make the movie Armageddon when you could spend that money on real science that could have got it done.
What
and
does
you could have
Michael Bay
practiced.
know about real science?
He could have like funded.
True.
Like you get what I'm saying though? Isn't it odd that we spend these billions of dollars on these blockbuster movies, but it's so hard to get funding? Like how many years have NASA waited to get funding for anything?
How much money have you given to science?
I don't even have
don't
that
worry about
much
our
to give to-
finances.
I don't know. Your finances are fine. You're not making a case against Michael Bay.
I
You,
like
on
Michael
the other
Bay.
hand,
The thing I don't like in Michael Bay is his reveals. His spinning reveal, where it's like the hero
those are
reveal.
so hype-inducing.
Dude,
God.
come on. Like, get a new move. You know what I mean?
Hype inducing.
So tired of seeing the background spinning while the subject's standing still. Yeah. All the shit floating around him. I'm done with it.
Yet you
That's
know his
awesome.
move.
Yeah, I hate it.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Seen it
That-
once, you've seen it a million times.
And the lens flares from the whatever the blue lens flare, like
Yeah, the J.J. Abrams move.
yes,
You love lens flares.
I do love them.
Oh, look at
it's just played
oh,
out.
He's a hypocrite.
He yells at he's like, lens flare!
You remember when Star
Loves
Trek
that
came
played
out?
out shit.
You know, when Star Trek came out, the movie,
Yeah.
they
The newer
used-
ones.
yeah,
Yes. The J.J. Abrams ones.
yeah.
Yes.
He used that lens flare. I can't tell you how many times the whole movie's a lens flare.
Yeah.
The whole thing.
So is that movie Super 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that movie, but it's a big lens flare.
But that one was way before its time, too.
And
though.
no, it wasn't.
You don't think so?
It wasn't. It was after Star Trek, I think.
Really?
What do you think a lens flare adds to a movie?
Everything.
Yeah.
Because, like,
It
I
is
mean,
everything.
I think it's cool, but whatever. I also wouldn't notice if it wasn't there.
Oh my God, why is there blue in the middle of that shot?
It's just, it's
I'll
fucking
tell you what
whatever.
it adds. Look, I was watching this cinematic thing the other day, and they were like, look, to give life to your character, you have to have what that light that shines in your eye from the light source, the moon, the
I'm
whatever.
tired of people having that. They're like,
Yeah.
oh, we don't have that. It's just because you
does.
guys have it in both of your eyes right now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's understandable, but without it, I don't think you're this dead, like soul sucking.
Right,
thing.
absolutely.
But
They say subconsciously we feel that way when we're watching some. So there's a lot of things that happen in the background of movies that you'll never know. But if it wasn't there, you'd be like, "What the fuck?"
Something's wrong.
think the lens flare gives it life. You know what I mean? Like,
This
you're like,
looks
I feel
too
that.
Okay.
normal.
Yeah, this can't be right.
Okay.
But then it transitioned to the other with no light in the eyes shows, no life. It shows like a demon, if you will.
Yeah.
They use it in Supernatural when they show
Yeah.
the dark black eyes. They don't have that light in their eyes.
Yeah.
I never noticed that.
It's weird.
Interesting.
Well,
Fuck Michael
See,
Bay.
the things that I don't notice, like I know that there's nothing there, but
Yeah.
I've never really thought about the fact that it wasn't there.
Well, Adam studies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I just don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, I like the story.
For
Well,
sure.
there's still a cat on me.
Yeah.
Still kittens. Yo, I think too that's kind of annoyance as well as since we've been studying it. Like now that I watch shows, not like I'm in the background watching her shows or seeing some things, I'm like, oh, they did this and this and this.
Yeah.
Something that baffles me, bro. Look, she watches, or we watch Office. We've watched Workaholics. We've watched Always Sunny in Philadelphia, Seinfeld, Friends, all this stuff. If you watch those all in sequence, say in the same year, you'll notice that literally the subject matter in each one of those are just recycled. Like, not only to like a T, but like scary.
Wait, what do you mean?
Okay, so like
Paint me a picture.
in The Office, the temp creates Wolf, the company, right? Or Wolf, right?
Right.
And then in Always in Sunny Philadelphia, they have a drink called Wolf, right?
Yeah.
Or I can't think of all the things right now, but
Oh, so you mean like
So-
there are similarities across
Oh,
the shows?
Yeah.
a
and
Lethal
so,
Weapon
like,
episode for
Yeah.
every one of them.
Right.
Like every one of them have a Lethal Weapon.
And
episode.
then like the whole thing of Ross playing the keyboard and it's just like chaotic sounds. And
Yeah.
then Gabe also, he called it something soundscapes.
Yeah,
but it
and
was the same thing.
it's the same thing.
Yeah.
So
essentially.
a bunch of these, and I saw I told
I mean,
Sarah,
there's differences in the
Yeah,
sounds. I can
there's
tell the
differences.
difference between Ross's and Gabe's.
But it's still
it's the same
people in the acting world, like where if you get them together and one of them's like, and they were like, yeah. Oh, they're gonna sing. Here we go.
for sure.
Yep.
Yeah. Everybody's
It's
seen
odd,
Fiddler on the
dude.
Roof.
Yeah.
It's so odd. And I think though when people come out like set forth, I think in the beginning they're like, this is our vision, this is what we have, but in reality they're just recreating something that they grew up on, right?
It's all part of the collective consciousness.
Yeah, but they just need to get better ideas, you know.
Where are they
Like
gonna
the
get 'em from?
consciousness. You know,
Everything's a reference to everything else.
just do better. You know, do better.
I feel
God,
like
here
there's
we
only
go.
so many things, which this is what I always say about it. There's only so many things to fucking talk about.
Yeah.
And that's why things are just
It's like,
all,
oh,
they're all the same.
instead of a keyboard, oh, here we go. We got a guy. He's a drummer now.
Yeah.
Oh, big. That's different.
That would make it very.
Instead of Lethal Weapon, it's like, oh, let's get Gilmore Girls.
And so you got the tambourine dude. Oh, that guy.
Yes,
dude's awesome.
that's a
You know,
great guy.
but it's sad though. Like in movies right now, like the only thing that's coming out that's making any money are like Marvel movies and comic or superhero action. It's fucking tiresome. They find, and this is I think the entire world and a lot of companies, not just in movies and shit.
Right.
They find whatever is selling at that point in time instead of having any new ideas. This is the way America is. Any new ideas, just beat the fucking thing up until it doesn't produce any money anymore.
Yeah.
And then when it doesn't, we'll find whatever the next thing is.
But
right?
I mean, it was American before America was America.
Do you think so?
Yeah, dude, the gold rush, man. They're like, oh, let's go out to what land that isn't America. Let's get as much money as we can from this thing, and then we'll move on. It's like,
just
you know,
fucking
if you're playing a video
siphon it
game, you know,
off.
you find an area, you can get a bunch of health cola. You know, you're just like, oh, I'm gonna fucking go there.
Still it all. You think that when Columbus came, like that was the reason why he detached from, what was it, England or
Spain.
Europe or fucking wherever?
Spain.
Oh, Spain. There you
Yep.
go. You think
Look
that's
at all
why?
these Indian skins.
Yeah, they were like
Just
he
eating 'em.
was like, I can't get enough from where I'm from. I need to go and rape and pillage this other land so that I can be the leader and just have it all for myself.
Yeah.
So
Well,
that's
he
the
was an
basis.
explorer, exploring for riches and land, and he found it.
Yeah, he did.
So yeah,
Unfortunately.
that makes sense. I mean, if you're thirsty, you find a lake in the woods. That's where you go now.
But do you rape and pillage the lake?
Yes.
You fuck the lake.
You
Is what
fuck
I'm
the
asking.
shit out of it,
So
and the fish in it.
that's you were talking about if you ever get a time machine and actually have one that works, like if it happens,
Right.
I do want to go and see. Like I'd like to travel back and punch Columbus in the face so that he doesn't settle, right? Or do something. Burn the boat when they're taking a nap on the beach or whatever when they first
Right.
got here. So happy to see land. I burn the boat,
Yeah.
kill them all. Okay. I want to see what the world would look like if, like, Indians settled the land, cut the land, and then that was the end of it. Just for as long as they could. I know there's cycles in this world, but, you know.
It's like if it wasn't Columbus that started him down the path, it would just
would've
be
been
somebody
something
else.
Yeah.
So I
That's
mean,
always the
inevitably,
fear.
the Native Americans are doomed.
Yeah.
But you know, so is every culture that didn't have guns.
I think we're doomed.
Yeah, eventually.
Yeah, we
Even
have
with all the
In
technology
spite of
and
our
guns.
guns.
Yeah.
It's a lot of people. We've talked about it before about AI and shit, and I've noticed that all these programs are coming out where AI can create a story for you or a piece of art now. And now they have you just type in
Yeah.
the parameters and
Some of that
Goes to
shit's
town.
cool.
it's cool as shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't think a human could come up. I mean, maybe, but that shit is
I think-
decent,
Yeah, a human definitely could, but
Yeah.
most probably wouldn't.
right?
And it wouldn't be nearly that cool.
I know, dude. It's very
I haven't
weird.
seen any of the art.
Oh yeah, go
Dude,
going down that rabbit hole.
In general, it's like, because they're starting to introduce AI art into like art competitions,
Yeah.
Really?
which fuck that.
Yeah, that seems
'Cause that's-
stupid. Just
yeah,
give them their own art competition.
exactly.
Yeah.
And then crown the king of the AI. And then
Yeah,
whenever they take
absolutely.
over, we'll have a default leader.
That'd be cool.
But you know, there's this stuff. It was like there's this chick. Her name is Loeb, I think, Loab, and like within the mind of like AI globally, she's like this woman that exists.
Yeah.
But like she's associated with like miseries and like horror and things like that.
Awesome.
So like, like she'll pop up in a lot of their shit. Like,
Huh?
and yeah,
That's
it's like what the
badass.
fuck, man. So they're getting their own
Deities
horror
or-
lore and stuff going on.
Yeah.
Look up Loeb.
And you know, that's what I think. So many people are afraid of that. And let's just face it, like you just said, with Columbus coming over, if it wasn't Columbus, it would have been another asshole raping and pillaging, right? Let's say AI is going to be here no matter what. If technology continues to increase, whether we create AI or AI creates itself, it would be here no matter what. I think.
Yeah.
Because you know, technology can only get so great before it starts creating its own shit. But maybe that's what it's supposed to take us at. Maybe that's the Columbus of our time. Comes and rapes and pillages all the humans on Earth.
Yeah.
And good on them because we
the
deserve it.
downfall of America was due to AI Columbus.
Yeah. There's going to be a program that's going to come out and its name is Columbus. And it's are like, you know how they named stupid shit like Discovery and fucking like Voyager.
Discovery.
Instead of Skynet, it's Columbus.
Yeah. He's going to rape and pillage. Look, that's
He's getting my avatar.
I agree though. I don't think okay, so I'm not scared of like the whole art because I don't rely on art for really much of anything.
Oh, he's
But
scared.
dude, AI
Adam.
handles like all like rotoscoping and there's a bunch of VFX that AI helps with. And the better AI gets, the better or the faster that gets. And trust me, right now it's not as miserable as it used to be, but it's fucking miserable, right?
Right.
So if that can get faster, why wouldn't you want it to? But the art thing, I can agree with that. Let them have their own competition. Don't, like, we're humans. It's like, it's just dumb.
Yeah.
It's dumb because it's like putting a man against a woman and then thinking it's a fair fight. Traditional men and women.
Yeah.
Like, traditional out of the womb men and women. Like,
Yeah. I was thinking, like, in the Olympics, if you let cheetahs run side by side with, like, the
Right.
Africans,
Right.
then it's like,
somebody's going to lose.
cheetah's probably going to win most of the time.
Yeah. So I would say that they deserve to be in their own category. Not deserve it, but they should be.
Yeah. Cheetahs rule.
Yeah,
Choose
it's
the
like,
rule.
Yeah.
they don't deserve it, but the other people need it if they want to have a chance.
Level the playing field.
I think there's also an awful lot of whiny bitches in the world, unfortunately. I think
there's
it's
a
cool
lot,
as shit because, like you said, you see into the mind of something that you can't talk to on a personal level like I can you or whatever. And I'm not going to know all the secrets that you keep within your head, but
Right.
you have a close relationship, you figure that out. Well, now you can actually, through art, you can feel what the AI is feeling in a certain sense.
Yeah.
I think that's cool shit.
It is really neat. I'll have to look at it. Maybe I'll do it right now.
There's a bunch of whiny people in the world, though. It's unfair.
They're
Oh,
everywhere.
God. Fucking kill
Life's
me.
not fair. Jimmy Carter, 1981.
Yeah. I was going to say something stupid. I'm like, well, they can't create, like, material art, right? Like something, but they can.
Yeah.
If 3D printers attach a paintbrush to a robot, it'll do it.
Yeah.
It'd be cool as
Attack the
shit.
paintbrush.
Well, and then see, now I think what these people fear is a lot of rich people use art to launder money. Not launder money so much, but to move it around without paying taxes on it.
Yeah. Which
there's
is a
a-
form of laundering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just like evade taxes by buying art. Really, it's what the basis of that shit is for. People can say what they want. I know there's going to be an argument about it, but trust me, it was mostly to do with that. Art is useless, right? There's no use for it. It's
Is
beautiful, but it's useless.
It's not useless. What are you talking about?
You can't like build a house with it.
You can't have sex
you can
with
build
it.
a cat house.
Can.
I
I guess you could use it as your roof.
Plus, I mean, I look at houses as art.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
functional art.
Yeah.
So there you go.
It works.
Yeah.
But that's I think though.
Fuck
So
you,
they're afraid.
Adam.
They're afraid that rich people will just create their own art through AI, and then whoa,
Whoa,
look,
whoa.
So and then that'll weed out the artists who have made money and who have done well. But I mean, quit whining. Just, get a different hobby. I don't know what to
I
tell
would
you.
love to go to an AI art show.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
Very cool.
Have like a robot there giving you hors d'oeuvres and stuff.
Yeah. Hell yes.
I know I made this.
What's that? That
I don't know if
digital
I trust
artist
it.
that like one of the top 3. His name was like Weeba or fucking God. I forget his name. Nebo or but it was something weird.
Debo.
But it
I
say
hope
top
it's
3.
Debo.
It's something weird. But anyways, he was like one of the top number 1 digital artists in the world. And that guy I'm sure does not care about AI creating art. He's like people like they like that connection. You can't connect with AI just yet. So
Beeple crap.
Beeple. That's his name. Yeah, Beeple is like the
Is his name Crap?
Beeple _ crap.
yeah.
And then Gamunk is another one. G Monk. Gamunk.
Yeah, Gamunk.
Yeah. I like the Beeple guy's funny. Somebody like tricked him into playing Hangman, so drawing a Hangman cartoon, and then he put his signature at the bottom, so it was a signed piece of art from the guy, and it was worth like 100,000 or
Hell
something.
yes.
It was a stick
God.
figure, bro.
It feels like people just complain about other people making money.
Oh yeah, people are just
Yeah.
mad.
Yeah.
Well, I
do better
I
at
tell
life.
Sarah this all the time. Like every time an electrical company pops up that I'm like I haven't heard of yet, like I get a little of that envy. Like, oh, who the fuck is this? And I look them up on Google and I start judging them and stuff. In reality, I don't want to be this the rest of my life. Why do I care? I want to be like a huge company and shit. I don't want to do all that. So why do I care?
Yeah, if you get
Make
over
a
100
month.
employees, then you have to tell your employees you're about to go bankrupt.
Right.
If you have 98, you don't have to tell them shit.
There's legally. Ain't gotta say shit.
Yeah, man.
I've been listening to the podcast Swindled a lot lately again.
Yeah.
And there was this dude, like his dad put together this like trucking company. And it took him 30 years to build it up. He died, his son took over after having worked there for 3 years. He couldn't drive the trucks because he had DUIs. So he showed up late a lot, went home early, didn't know shit about it, but he still had the company. It took him 8 years to ruin it.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it was probably a slow death. Yeah.
Yeah. And then they went bankrupt, I think, on February 11th.
Yeah.
And on the 14th, they shut everything down, but told nobody. And eventually everybody heard about it because, like, apparently trucking companies frequently fuck people.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
And so, oh, no, it was in December because it was like 3
It's
days
been like
before
Christmas time, of course.
Oh, beautiful.
And these
Yep.
dudes, they were like thousands of miles away from home, and they were like, leave your trucks at these deposits and get home as best you can.
Wow.
Oh, it's amazing.
Did they burn his house down? Because they should have.
No.
Hopefully someone does one
He
day.
went to prison,
Oh, good.
but not for that.
Yo, in reality though, that's how it works out. I've noticed that there are a few companies that I know of personally that you see the descent over time, and you see that they've gotten lucky with like buyouts, things like that, it changing hands, and it's just like a matter of time. And I hate that slow grind when you can see something happening in somebody or a business,
Yeah.
where it's like I know the outcome that's going to eventually arrive, right? Especially if something happens like the pandemic or a recession, some shit like that. Like those are on, worst case scenarios. But in no event of any of that, you're going to fail no matter what. And you want to look at them and be like, sell now
Yeah,
or
like,
get out of it
you
now.
can choose to dissolve your company at any time.
Take
You
bankruptcy
can do
now.
it today.
Do it now.
I have friends that I'm just like, take the bankruptcy.
Yeah.
Get out of it. Go to like classes, learn how to manage money. 7 years from now, you'll be all right. Like, take it now because
No.
you're going to do it no matter
It's
what.
going to turn
Yeah.
around. I'll be fine.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm just one ideal away from my $1 million ideal. And I'm like, I don't think those exist.
No.
No,
What about this thing?
I don't know.
It was brilliant.
They were probably a lighting company for 100-something years, man. And then
Right, they
finally
just-
made it.
They're like, let's just make it small.
Yeah, that was their $1 million idea.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Oh.
I almost ripped it apart the other day.
What?
I wanted to see what kind of controller it had in it. It was driving me
Okay.
nuts.
Well, that's fine. That's for science.
Yeah.
And as an electrician, I guess you would know what the hell you're looking for.
Yeah.
Because I was
wait.
picturing, like, if I were to start tearing it apart, like, there's some
No.
green stuff in it.
Now it's just torn apart.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Adam, can you fix this for me?
I did that with those lights, man. Pulling them apart, and then I was like, oh, because you can only control like color, temperature, and then like they have these effects, but they're just like changing from red, blue, green, purple, blah blah blah. And I'm like, how do I hack into this system and just copy their effects so that I can have like the cop car light, the television, all these effects they have on them? I was like, why is that only dedicated to them? And Godox, I think, has a program like that, and then some other off brands. But I'm like, if I just rip into that, get the controller, and attach it to that, it should work.
Yeah,
But-
if you figure out what kind of controller it has, you could just order whatever
Yeah,
kind and
from
attach
China,
it. Yeah,
directly from the source.
directly, yes.
Get them.
You could figure that shit out.
I know.
You get as many as you want.
But
Attach
then
it
I
to anything.
realized
Yeah.
Aperture's smart because I haven't found a screw one. It's just all like contained,
Yeah.
no screws. I'm like, I don't want to like start popping shit apart because I'm like, you end up breaking a clip or something.
You have two.
I know, that's what I keep thinking.
Yeah.
I'm
Got a
thinking about
backup.
popping them
Don't do
apart.
it.
Pop shit off.
Go ahead and order a third. That way you still have two.
No shit. Oh well.
Yeah. But then he would fuck up the first one and then say, well, I have two.
I have two,
I'll
yeah.
get this other one.
Absolutely.
This one can go. I almost had it on the last one. This one's gonna go well.
I'll do perfect on this one.
And then you just watch him from the kitchen.
Yeah.
You're like, I can see where this is going. Just take your bankruptcy.
That's right. That's it's odd because I bought one of those lights that went into that one, and I started popping it apart because I was like, I could lose $10. It was $10. I got them on like discount. So I gotta lose $10, right? So I pop it apart. Didn't realize that it was possible. So I popped 4 of them in there. That's like $40 and some change. Yeah. Then I like hook it up wrong. I'm an electrician. I hooked it up stupid, and it all explodes. None of them work, and I'm like, shit. There goes $40. But then I unsolder all the things off the back of the board and resolder some shit, and I fixed all but one of them, right? So I only lost out $10, and now I know not to hook it up fucked up.
Yeah, he's like, oh, I got to do it right. Okay.
All things considered, that's a pretty cheap lesson.
That's what I thought, man.
Definitely.
And I had a bunch of leftover electronics. I was like, well, I'll just pull parts off those and put them in. So I think my lesson here is that things can be fixed. Like modern day things can be fixed with a little bit of like effort and like, I guess you got to know what you're looking for.
Yeah, effort and knowledge.
Yeah.
Definitely.
9 times out of 10, it's like a fuse.
That's what he said. I'm just going to go ahead and quit. I was like, you're not quitting now.
Not
After 2 days of just straight
Yeah, absolutely
working
not.
on it. That's why I have a hardest time. Like if I'm like 2 or 3 days deep in something, I can't quit. Like I'm literally going to call off work and just like, I'm not going to eat until it's finished.
Call off work. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'll just push this job for you.
So I can do this pointless thing that I'm doing.
It's not pointless. You're learning.
I'm fucking like so dedicated to fucking making it work. I'm just like, you know what I mean?
Plus now you got a dope light.
Yeah, now it's bright as shit. Yeah, and I want to make another one, so that's cool.
Yeah.
And I know
keep
the right way to do
looking
it. I know.
When you were
gotta be
talking about it,
careful.
I made eye contact with it again, and it's
The radiation's burning your eyes.
And then, like, while you're talking, I kind of glance over at that one a little sometimes.
Yeah.
Am I part moth? And you can't spell mother without moth, I guess. So,
Mother.
so I'm like 2/3 of 1/2 moth.
2/3 of 1/2 moth.
Yeah,
A little bit of
whatever
moth.
that would be.
I don't know what that would be, but I'm writing it down.
No, that's I think I have I don't know if that's, I don't know what that is, but I get so even with those edits and shit I've been doing.
Yeah.
If I'm like 2 or 3, man, I'll forego anything else. Ask her. I'll be behind the fucking laptop. I'll forego everything else because I'm like, I have to figure out how to make this look, you know. And although it doesn't come out exactly how I want to, pretty much any time until I get better at it.
Progress.
Yeah. I'm like, all right, I'm happy I can end this because I know it works and it's practical. But yeah, dude, I don't know what that is, but I get zoned out. Like nothing else matters at finishing this. Yeah. It's
I'll
weird
ask
shit.
him. It'll be like 9:30. I'm like, do you want me to go ahead and cook dinner? Or do you want me to wait? And
I'm not allowed to eat until I'm finished.
yeah.
I usually give a grunt or like a, I guess. So
You
frustrated
think
at
you'll
that
be
point.
ready in an hour?
It's crazy.
Do I have to be?
You know, though, it does, it stands to reason to look. So I've watched many of like those self-help things because they're stupid as shit. About like, oh,
It's a
well,
good reason.
the things you want to do, it like you have to do the things that you want to do in life after you get done with your work. More often than not. A lot of people don't have like a trust fund to fall back on and shit. So I find myself, I get home, I go straight to the laptop and start learning something new, either like a 3D program or video editing, or we go out and shoot, right? So,
Video.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I do that every day unless that day comes, because there's a day out of the week or 2 days where I crash, where I'm just like, I can't help it but to go to sleep. Like, and I fall out, go to sleep. But I've learned, though, like I edit from like 4 in the afternoon to 1 in the morning, usually 12 or 1 in the morning every day. And then, but it's not like I have to force myself. I actively want to do it. And I get what they're saying now about being driven. Like you have to have like a, what is that? You have to be kind of psychotic, not psychotic, but you know,
obsessive
with whatever you want to do, or you're not going to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Not like you could if you were obsessed with the thing, whatever. So hopefully that's a good sign. as to like video creating
You're on
and
the
shit
right
like
track.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely seems positive.
I'm just gonna die early of a heart attack because I keep staying up till 1.
Eh,
I'm
you'll be
down for
fine.
which one,
Yeah.
whichever one.
At least you'll die doing something you like.
That's right.
Yeah.
Maybe there'll be a video and you can put it out after I die, like
And she'll collect the fat life insurance policy and take
all
a fat
$0.
dump on your grave.
We don't have one right now.
Damn.
I know.
You spoke. You better knock on wood. This will be the day.
I keep getting
to-
stuff in the mail for like a retirement account that I don't have.
Oh,
Really?
really?
They're like, yeah, here, you have one. What?
Interesting. Maybe you have one. Or it's just a scam, I guess.
Yeah, it's a very dedicated, persistent scam, if it is.
Yo, those and credit card companies, insurance companies, all these little companies that keep popping up. I mean, they just bombard you with these. They're worse than the internet. Internet's bad
We
too.
get one for a credit card almost every day, whether it's one of us personally or the company.
Yeah,
Every day. It's ridiculous.
ridiculous.
Yeah, and we've called to cancel, not cancel, but like tell them like
Take our
no
name
more.
off the list.
Unsubscribe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they have, and then a year later you'll start getting more because they found a loophole. I'm sure.
I did get a Kohl's credit card because when you sign up, you get like 30% off or whatever.
Yeah.
And I had forgotten
pass
about
that
it.
up?
And I found the credit card still in the envelope, sealed
Yeah.
from May of 2021. I just found it the other day,
God.
sitting in the envelope.
And
Have not used it.
Casper signed up for the like the national thing, the cherry tree deal.
Yeah.
And we forgot to change the address.
Oh, yeah.
So, I was like, I went over to their house and they weren't there. So we had, like, the realtor get in touch with them and all that jazz. So they got it, they put it in a bag, and they said, hey, we have a bunch of other mail of yours that's been sent here. One of the things had a check for $1,800.
Oh, my God.
And it was from our fucking mortgage people.
Yeah.
They sent it to our old house in spite of the fact that we borrowed from them for a new one.
What the fuck?
What is this
How
shit?
does that make
Time
any
to
sense
get a
at
new
all?
mortgage
Yeah.
company.
It's like, how does all the spam shit that we don't want come to us?
Yeah.
But free money. And they're
It's
like, oh no,
ridiculous.
it's for these people now.
Yeah, and
That's
usually by the time you get it, like the check has been voided out because of the time period lapse, and you have to request.
You only
it.
have 30 days.
Yeah,
Fucking
no, it
kill
worked
me.
out. It's fine.
Good.
We're sitting on it.
Nice, real nice.
But,
That's the way you
it's
do it.
annoying.
How in the world, though, did
That's
they
some
do
goofy
that?
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People can find your location in like 2 seconds.
I don't even
nowadays.
know what the hell our mortgage company is, but if you guys are listening, you're fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, that's
Definitely dumb.
That's
Yeah.
some dumb shit. That's some dumb shit.
Yeah.
But I find that it's only gonna get dumber, man. The more these people stop caring about their job and shit, and they're just like, oh, fucking send it out, right? They probably did. I'm telling you, they do that on purpose so that you would not cash the check, and then they would eventually get it back anyways. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Come on,
That's
we know
true.
what they're doing. I know.
We're on to you.
On to
Yeah.
you.
I know their games.
Yes.
Hit them with the Matrix stuff. And wherever you are, I will find you.
That's right.
Whatever. I don't remember what he says. I haven't seen it in a while.
Look,
I've
But,
never seen it.
I told her
Not
I
on
got.
one.
You need to fix that.
I know.
I downloaded these free assets right from this this VFX artist, and one of the things is a bullet, and it's like a spinning bullet, so that you can like follow slow motion Matrix style, right? You mentioned Matrix. I can't help thinking about this. So I want her. It's gonna be the dumbest video ever made, but so she's gonna come out. We're gonna have a couple lines. She shoots the gun. I stop everything in slow motion. I start following the bullet. The bullet is going to be the literal magic bullet from JFK's murder or assassination, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're gonna follow it like downtown, New Albany, all the way back to the house, and eventually it's gonna hit me. And that's the end of the story, right? Can you imagine that? Maybe it stops for a drink at Starbucks. The bullet.
I still think you should be wearing a trench coat.
Yeah.
You can be like on a bus, like reading a newspaper. It's like on a
It
journey.
just gets me. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the way you do it.
I love it.
It's gonna be a
Yes.
magic bullet.
Sounds cool.
Yeah.
I like
And
it.
then maybe
And then
people
at the
will
end,
know
it
how.
pulls out a rabbit from your skull.
Maybe they realize how fucking stupid that idea was.
Yeah.
Maybe.
How fucking stupid is that story?
I don't know.
One bullet.
One man.
Fucking crazy. People believe that shit. You know what? That's how I know people are dumb as fuck.
Casper sent me a picture from the assassination that like she hadn't seen before. It was like JFK like slumped over in the shit, like he was laying kind of horizontally in the seat, and like Jackie was climbing out the back.
Yeah.
And I sent a gif, and I was like, that ass.
Yo, recently there was I showed it to you a video from a ferry of 9/11 attack, the second plane hitting the fucking thing, right?
Yeah.
That had never been seen before. Now answer me this question, because I've seen a lot. I've been obsessed with it, then off, then on, then off, then off. And I've never seen this fucking video. And I've looked at a lot of fucking shit, right?
Right.
This fucking guy, because when you hear the guy. Look, the whole situation's tragic. I'm not making fun of the situation of the people on the bus, nothing. But this guy with the fucking camcorder sounds like a bitch, right? He sounds like an idiotic bitch. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh my God, it's a
stupid
building! Something hit that building!
Yeah, pretty much that's it.
Oh.
Yeah.
No offense, guy. I'm just saying.
What do you mean, no offense, guy?
Look,
Fuck that guy, idiot.
It was a very intense
Idiot.
moment. He should not have acted the way he did. Like, maybe, I don't know. Anyways, so I've never seen it before.
Think about the windows. Oh my God.
The
all
plane
windows.
hits it. This guy sat on this video for 20 years.
Yeah.
You knew you had it.
Yeah.
How many people you think want to see that video?
He masterminded it.
What a
That's why
no,
he
he's
sat on it.
he's dumb. He's a dummy.
I do wonder why it just came out.
Cause he's stupid.
I mean, if I had one, I wouldn't know like where to send it. Like, I mean,
The
you
internet.
could say like, oh, CNN, hey, you guys want this clip? But I'm not gonna go out of my way to send it to CNN.
Right.
Maybe it was like a keepsake.
I would
too.
definitely like put it on like my social media, and then you guys would see it, and we wouldn't have this conversation. But everybody else in the world would be like, "Why'd you sit on that?" I was like, "I didn't sit on that. Go to my Facebook. It's private. Maybe you should be my friend."
Look, go. I'll send the video to you. Watch
Yes.
it. Listen to the guy. You'll know why it sat for 20 years. It didn't strike me as odd as to why it sat for 20 years. And everybody else is like, they couldn't believe it, and I could believe it because you could listen to the guy and know what happened there.
Yeah.
But how many other those guys are out there with videos of the first plane, of maybe the plane before it ever reached the harbor? Like, come on, motherfuckers.
Come on.
See it.
Send us your footage.
But I guess back
If you got
then
any
too.
hidden footage of 9/11, give us a call.
He said they did that on purpose.
Yeah. Like,
Oh, see, that's more
later.
astute than I was. I thought, oh, that was an accident.
yeah.
Yeah.
The first
That's
one.
terrible piloting.
The second one, the dude was like that. And I was
Oh,
it
okay.
just strikes me as odd.
Yeah, it was the
Yeah.
second one. Sorry.
Alright.
Yeah.
They
But I
did that on
mean,
purpose. No shit.
Yeah.
yeah. But it was almost like he was just discovering that. But I mean, I guess a lot of people were, whatever. But just the
Yeah,
way
I mean,
he
it
was
was
talking
chaos.
about it,
No
it's
one
crazy.
knew what was going on.
know.
Yeah.
I'd be shitty to stuck on
Yeah.
a ferry when all that shit's going on. Like,
I was
I'm
sitting in
swimming.
Indiana, and I was like, "This is fucked up. What the hell?"
Yeah.
So to be there and film it, really.
Yeah, be right next to it when it happened.
It'd be frightening.
But anyway, well, like I said though, like I've been obsessed with it before and watched everything, and it's like, I don't know. You just want to punch those type of people out. Why would you withhold that? It's not like a secret. It happened.
Yeah.
Millions of people saw it, motherfucker.
It's a perfect view. I mean, you can see
Honestly,
the plane directly.
Not
into
only that,
the building.
but you can also see the trail of smoke from the first one. It's from an angle that it's awe-inspiring, right? How long this is, because you can see the beginning of the trail. That means you can see the moment the thing crashed. So like looking back in time, you can see the trail all the way up to the building. It's beautiful. The video is beautiful of a tragic situation. And I don't know. I guess it tears me up that the guy held on to it for so long.
I wonder how many other videos there are out there of it that haven't
know.
been released.
Imagine how many videos are out there, maybe?
2.
Of JFK?
2.
You think there's somebody hanging on to a video of JFK?
No.
Shows the second shooter?
It was the 60s, right?
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. They don't. No.
This sucks.
The fact that there's any video at all
Surprising,
is a miracle.
isn't
Yeah, absolutely.
I was thinking of like 2001. Didn't they have like Sony Ericssons that had like a shitty camera on the front?
I don't even know what an Ericsson is.
No.
It's the worst phone.
If it wasn't for
Made.
PlayStation, I wouldn't know what Sony was.
Oh,
Let's see
shit.
what a Sony Ericsson is.
The first ones that came out. They were like the first camera phone type. They were terrible.
And I,
Oh, this thing.
oh,
Yeah, you know friends that have had
That
that.
motherfucker.
yeah.
No.
Oh, that's what came
Well,
out.
Yeah, same thing.
Adam doesn't know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it. Let's go with that.
Yeah.
So like in the last week, I've walked around Iroquois Park a couple times because I want to understand like the lay of the land, you know, because it's like in my fucking backyard. So
Yeah.
it's totally changed my perception of like where I live,
Yeah.
and it's cool.
It's a
Fuck
nice
yeah.
little place.
Like I walked out, and like at the end of the street, there's like the dead end, and then there's the trees and shit. So I just walked through those trees, and I came out, and I was on like
yes.
the 8th hole of a golf course.
It's
And
just like right there.
so I just kind of stood there because there were dudes like teeing off, and I thought, well, you know, I don't want to fuck up their games. I just stood there for a while and let them play through and all that crap. But I was taking pictures and shit, and then like two of the dudes, they had golf carts, and the one was like. He was like a golf bro, but like he had long hair and like a hat and shit. He was all decked out in white, and he drove the cart over, and there was like this fat older dude with him. Fat older dude wasn't having it, but the golf bro was cool, and he was like, "Hey man, what are you doing?" I was like, "Well, I live over there. I just walked through these trees, and now here I am." And he's like, "Oh man, that's cool," you know. And they bumped it and stuff,
Golf
and then
bro.
they drove off, but. I was walking around and I found this like little 8 or 10 person graveyard
Oh,
like in the middle of the course.
my God.
Yeah. And I found 2 golf balls in there, so now I have 2 haunted golf balls.
They're automatically haunted.
It'd be awesome if
haunted.
they just end up in random places around your house.
That's what I'm hoping.
Yeah.
I put them in the skull with the letters and stuff, so
Fuck yes.
maybe they'll start spelling shit.
Fingers crossed.
Yes,
Hopefully those people know how to spell.
hopefully.
It's a good. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Back when Singular was wireless.
Did you have that?
No.
Molly had that phone.
I actually technically did, but I got it. It was like
one
from a
close to
return
it.
mail thing at my trailer park. And I opened it, and you know you couldn't use them back then without the SIM card and shit. And I could do nothing with it, but it looked cool, and I was poor, so I was like, well, nobody I know
Paperweight.
That's right.
unless they ask to use it. And in that case, fuck no, you can't,
No, you can't use this. You smell poor.
That's right.
because I'm rich. My Sony Ericsson. Yeah, but no, that's fucking cool. You know what you should download? I'm gonna tell you this, and anybody else who's interested, you get like 3 or 4, 5, 6 free downloads or free scans. So it's called Polycan, right? It's an app through the iPhone.
Right?
All you gotta do. What's up, Bob? What? What's going on?
Come here.
All you gotta do is like take it with you on your walk, right? And then you can either like use your wide angle or your just regular camera, and then it will take a legitimate scan of your environment with pictures, and then it loads it into a 3D program. You don't have to do anything. It puts the texture in there for you and everything. That way, when you're at home, you go back in it, and I mean it tracks your footsteps in the area and everything. You can literally get into that 3D mode wherever you are, and you can walk around in your phone
Yeah.
to the location.
That's very cool.
Yeah, that can be pretty sweet.
It's like a mega scan, but like, you know, through the phone.
What up, buddy?
It's not like exactly 100% perfect, but it's
Yeah.
dope as shit.
Yeah, that sounds
Better than
fucking
I could
awesome.
do.
Right.
Yeah.
I couldn't, yeah. No way.
I want to know how to do it.
I'll fucking download it on your
Whatever.
thing.
So I was walking through the woods, right?
Well, fine.
Walking through the
Okay.
woods.
And then there were these trails, right? And
Yeah.
they went off in different ways. So I went on this one, and then I saw this trail that kind of went up a hill, and I started to walk up it, and these 2 people were coming down it on horses.
Whoa.
I
Oh,
was like, I was
yeah.
like, all right, well, that's cool.
I forget
and then,
they had that.
I was like, hey, is there anything cool up there? I'm going to go up there. And they were like, yeah, there's like the overlook. You know, you can
Yeah.
see like the whole shit, you know, but there's a downed tree. And they're like, we couldn't really jump over it, so it was easier to turn around and come back down.
You
I was
can
like,
climb over
I was like, oh, great, yeah.
Yeah,
Well, you
or
know,
walk around it.
Yeah, they were on horses though, so
it. Yeah.
you know. So yeah, I climbed over that motherfucker, but that bitch was deep, son.
Really?
And as I was going up it, I was like, I really don't want to come back down this. So I didn't.
Did you go the other way down, like the roadway?
Yeah, they were
Yeah.
There was a road there, and then I found some stuff I had never been, and I'm getting it together.
The park's pretty big. Like right now,
Hell yes.
it's consumed with jack-o'-lanterns and shit. But
Yeah, I found them.
yeah, it's not too bad to like once all that shit's out of the way, like when October's over, bro. Definitely that park's a lot bigger than what people think it is. I mean, it's not huge, but it's
Huge.
it's worth getting lost in.
Like if you're on foot,
Yeah,
it's
then it
fucking
becomes
huge. Because I left
sure.
around noon, and I got home at 4, and I was like cutting corners. Like there were things I wanted to explore, but I was like, I'll be gone forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's so
Eventually,
much to
though,
find.
you'll be able to see it. And I think you'd still come across things that you're like, huh? Where'd that come from?
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
You're gonna
I'm
have
very excited about it,
lots of time to explore that shit.
That shit.
and I will.
Hell yeah.
All of
But yeah, it definitely makes me like the world is just different now, because like it's like whenever you play a video game, you know, and you just start playing it, but then like after a month you're like, oh, I know where all this shit is, and then it's like, oh fuck, it's real.
It's real.
So it's cool. I like it.
So I always feel like with those editing programs, if I jump into a new one, it's fucking god awful. Like you don't even know where zoom or like the rotation is or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's what she says that, you know, when you look at it, it fucking looks complicated.
Yeah.
But after you like follow a few tutorials and you do some shit, it's like,
Yeah.
oh, well, I know where this is. now.
Stab a few people. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, I know what I'm doing now.
Yeah.
Kind of like being a baby and then growing up. I'm not
Yeah.
a baby anymore. I still don't know a fucking thing. But
I'm not a baby now.
Oh,
not
you
a
know,
baby
I thought that
oh yeah.
prostitution is illegal because they don't want a bunch of stupid whores to have a lot of money.
Ah. Because they
Because then
definitely
they would
would.
assume that if people are going to get rich off of fucking, they're probably dumb.
Oh yeah.
And then if they're dumb and they have a lot of money, then they can just throw it around and have influence. And we
Yeah.
can't have the stupid sex workers having a bunch of influence.
Yet
That's a
another
good
way
theory.
to keep people poor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it has nothing to do with our puritanical roots. It's
Yeah.
just,
Right.
They don't give a
I don't
fuck
want to
about
compete
that.
with that dumb whore
Because
over
they
here.
can't.
Yeah.
That's the thing. When you're a fat
It's like,
old white
look
dude,
at
you
her.
can't.
Yeah.
She's beautiful.
Yeah.
She makes millions.
Absolutely. Another way just to keep women down.
Yup.
Yeah, man. Yeah. No, I think that's
also Tom Brady can't fuck for money. That's why he plays football.
it's a very good theory. That's what I was coming up with visualizing a piece of art the other day, and it's of like this fat greasy fuck, and he's throwing nails into the road, right?
Yeah.
And then maybe like a fraction of a mile up, there's another greasy fuck that's at like a car. Like a tire dealership, and he's like, you know, looking greasy as fuck, being like, come and get my shit, discount, you know, but it's not a discount, it's like overpriced discounts.
But it says it's discounts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what America is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like that.
kind of made me sad that I don't own a tire company.
I know.
That freaking furniture store we went in. It was
Freaking
like
furniture.
everything is 90% off, but you go in and everything's like $17,000. Like, I'm not even joking. I wish I was. And then you get it, and it's like, okay, well, this is going to be, you know, $2,000, which is how much it
Same
costs at a normal place.
Yeah.
That's absurd.
That is
Those
absurd.
people that think about that greasy dude. That dude was a greasy fuck. It was winter furniture.
Yeah.
On motherfucking
Bardstown
Bardstown Road.
Road. Yeah.
Fuck that guy. Fuck the whole company actually.
Yeah.
And I hope
Absolutely.
if you know these people, fuck you too. No. I'm just playing.
Yeah.
But I had a bad thing against that guy. I'm like, yo, if I can make this furniture out of particle board, bro, what are you trying to sell me? I'll punch you in the face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Punch him
Yeah.
in the face.
We went to a ramen place last night. It was like Bardstown Road and Backstrap. It was a Mid-City
Oh, yeah.
Mall or whatever. It was
you're
fucking
talking about.
boss.
Is it
Yeah.
good?
Yeah. I was like, oh my God. Because like before we got it, I thought, I mean, this will be fine. I hope it's fantastic.
No, they do
But then,
well,
yeah.
don't they?
Oh, God, it was
Yeah,
so
man.
good. I forget what the hell it's called. It's a ramen something.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Ramen doodles.
Ramen doodles.
Ramen doodles.
Yeah, man. Those they do well. I mean, you see a lot of those noodle companies around. I mean, they're like different names, not the same company, but I'm sure it's good.
Yeah.
I wonder if they have any like gluten-free options. You look at my
Probably
shit.
not.
Bitches.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Are you afraid of a little poop?
Yes.
Are you afraid of a
I
big
wasn't.
poop?
It doesn't just make him poop; it destroys his body.
I wasn't,
or it wouldn't
and
be
then
a problem.
look, I
Maybe
sucked
he'll
up.
get more gray hair faster.
I sucked up all my pride one time, and I was like, you know what? I haven't had Indies in so long. So I was like, I'm gonna eat this shit, and I don't even care what happens. Right?
Yeah.
A week later, I was like, please, Lord, stop. Like, you know what I mean? I'll never do it again. I was like, this
Were you
is the
still
worst.
fucked up like a week later?
Yeah, like a week,
God.
week and a half, and I was like, never. Oh shit! That was
I know.
It got real for me just then. I had a
I
flashback.
guess, yeah. You could just... Can you not just pick the skin off of it?
No, it's like cooked with it and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just seeps in.
Yeah. That's it. Just is fucking odd to me, bro.
Chicken skin juice gets in there.
Chicken skin
It is.
juice. God, and thinking about it right now, like I'm tempted to take it, and I'm like flashbacks, PTSD, taking a shit. You know, I don't want that.
I want it.
I know.
I want... Ugh.
Don't you though? I can smell it. I can taste it right now. All right.
All right.
Well, ready to rock and roll?
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, that was episode 157. We appreciate you all joining us. Appreciate all the support for the podcast and for our video endeavors that we are going to partake in.
Yeah, people seem to be enjoying them.
Yeah. Hopefully we can get some momentum with all this going on. And we greatly appreciate the ones that have watched us for the last 3 years.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. We do this for you.
Yeah.
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 And the cats.
And the cats, for sure. They like it. No, but yeah, that was episode 157. I'm Adam. That's Sarah. That's
Hi.
Ian. We greatly appreciate it. Get us on Facebook and other places.
Heyo.
Talk shit in the comments.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
I assume I told you Ryan Adams put out another album, yeah?
Yeah. Oh,
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Wildly uninteresting podcast.
Bye.